Welcome to episode 27 of the Ben Briggs podcast. I am Ben Briggs. It's Tuesday, people. Tuesday, the 6th of August, 2019. That's it. How you doing out there? How's your working week going? 2 days in? 2 days in. Is it starting to drag yet? Is it? I imagine it is. You're on the countdown till Friday already. One of them weeks, is it? Yeah. One of those people who gets Monday out of the way and then goes, oh, fucking hell, I've got 4 more days left of this. It's all right. It's been a busy one for me so far this week. So I've had a couple of gigs since I last spoke to you on Saturday. Nice little gig on Sunday night in a pub, just a new material gig. It was got an Edinburgh festival feel to it, this little pub gig. Loads of fucking acts on, and I just hammered out 10 minutes of new stuff. It went all right. I remembered most of it, although I went on with notes, man. Notes. That's what I do. First time I'm trying new stuff out, I write it out, go on stage, work with notes, see what works, see what doesn't work, and then fucking try and hash it up and remember it for the next time. Yeah, I missed out a couple of lines, so I was a little bit pissed off with myself. But the majority of it went all right. It was quite a nice little gig. That was that. Mentioning the Edinburgh Festival, it is Edinburgh season at the moment, August. If you don't know about the Edinburgh Festival, it runs throughout the whole of August. I'm not up there this year. I usually pop up, to be honest, it's you can do 4 or 5 gigs a day, so it's nice to hash out some new stuff up there. But I'm not going up this year because I'm trying to take advantage of everybody else going up. That's what people say. Whether that's true or not, that sounded bad. I'm trying to take advantage of people. I'm trying to take advantage of everybody being up there and getting some more gigs down here. So, yeah, that's going on at the minute. It runs throughout the whole of August. Fucking hell, losing my voice already, man. Yeah, that runs throughout the whole of August. So, that's it's pretty good. It's the world's biggest arts festival, so it's full of fucking drama students and jugglers in the street. It's fucking drama student mecca. That's what that is. Everybody's up there putting on a fucking shitty little play or some weird sort of take on a Shakespeare play, updating it for the millennials. But yeah, there's also a shitload of comedy up there. Every fucking cafe, bar, fucking pavement space, everything is rammed with somebody fucking performing something somewhere. If you don't like drama students, it's not the place for you to go. If you've got an AK-47 and you can pick off you could wipe out the entire future cast of fucking Hollyoaks with an AK-47. Dear. Not to talk about mass shootings at the moment. Let's get on to that. But yeah, it's Edinburgh season. I've been up a few years, and it's nice to go up there. I stayed outside last year because fucking the accommodation prices just go through the fucking roof in August. You know, you're paying a grand and a half or something like that to rent out a room in a shared flat with other sweaty fucking comics halfway through a breakdown that you get to spend a month with as they gradually decline in their mental health as their shows fuck up. Or some of them do well, and then everybody gets jealous. That's human nature. Yeah, so it's Edinburgh's on. I went up last year for a couple of weeks just to really hash out some new stuff that I was doing at the time. And it's a good way of seeing if it floats or not in front of different audiences. But we stayed outside. This is when I was dating somebody. This was we stayed outside in a place called Peebles, which was fucking lovely. And I think the accommodation cost us, we stayed 3 weeks in the end, I think, and it cost us about 700 quid for 3 weeks, which is not too bad. And it was like one of these fucking campsites. I know it sounds shit. And I fucking hate camping. So it wasn't that. It was in one of these static caravan things that sleeps about 6 people, but there was only 2 of us. So there was a lot of room there, but it was a little bit outside Edinburgh. So it was nice to get away from all the fucking thousands and thousands of crowds of people and flyers that are up there just flyering for shows and shit like that. You know, do you want to see a man on stage eat his own fucking head? Yeah, I'll see that. I'd pay money for that, actually, to be honest. There's nothing that exciting, although, you know, like the comedy side of it and that sort of thing. People spend thousands on it, man. People can spend up to 10 grand putting on a show and not get anything fucking back from it. It's mental. I usually do Leicester Comedy Festival every year because that's fucking quality. Whereas Edinburgh, I think you can get a bit lost in the milieu of things up there. Look at me coming out with the big words. I've probably used that in the wrong context. Let me know. Let me know if I've used that in the wrong context. Anyway, what have I been up to today? Ben, well, I'll tell you. I went to get my ears syringed today. Fucking hell. All excited. I can hear again when I got up this morning. I was thinking, I can hear again today. I'm going to be able to hear again. Hear the birds singing and fucking shitting on my head. But I got to the doctor's and I went in and I had to be there early. So I went in early and I got called in straight away, which is a fucking good sign. I was like, oh, this is wicked. Get this fucking out the way. I can get on with my day. Get sorted, get a bit of writing done, tidy up the old fucking Briggs towers, and get a bit of writing done, ready for gigs later on in the week. And I sat down. The nurse was friendly, like over-friendly, if anything. Calling me, by my first, hey, Ben, how you doing? It's great to see you, Ben. All right, sweetheart, behave yourself. Just get me ears sorted, yeah? Do you want to pop up here for me? Pop up here for me on the little bed thing, like I'm a fucking 5-year-old. Do I get a lollipop afterwards if I'm a good boy? Do I get that? So I popped up on the little bed thing. She tried to syringe my ears by pumping in the water and shit. But before that, she didn't go straight into it like that. Pop up here and just started sucking shit out of my ear. She put a camera in my ear and then asked me if I wanted to look on the screen and see what was actually in my ear. If anybody offers you ever to do that, don't fucking do it. It was fucking rank. Oh, man. Jesus. That is something I am never going to... Every time I blink, I keep seeing it. That fucking horrendous image of my fucking overly hairy inside ear canals. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know why I need hair in there. It's clearly not to expel the wax or stop wax building up because I've got fucking, I don't know, just like concrete in my ears at the minute. Yeah, she showed me that on the screen, and it was just fucking it looked like she was going into somebody's arsehole who'd just been packed full of fudge. I don't know, man. Fudge packing. That's probably where it comes from. Somebody saw that. I don't know. There's a term from the 80s for you. But anyway, she showed me that, and if anybody ever says, not if anybody ever says, if a medical professional, people aren't doing that in pubs, are they? Here, I'll stick this in your ear and you can have a look. Oh, thanks, mate. It's brilliant. Take a snapshot of that and put it in the family album. It just looked rank, man. I don't know why I've got black shit in my ears. But apparently, like, everybody's sort of like ear looks a little bit like that. All those hot women you see, those beautiful women where you think, she's an angel. She's got black shit in her ears. That's all I'm thinking now. Every time I came out of the doctor's today, I was thinking, I bet their fucking ear holes caked up. But anyway, yeah, she showed me that shit and I almost vomited at my breakfast. And then we got down to it, where she was going to syringe my ears out, which is basically where they pump water into your ear until all the shit comes out. Because I'd prepared for 2 weeks putting fucking olive oil in my ears, like every single day. But, yeah, she said she couldn't do anything because it was still fucking blocked and solid. The olive oil did fuck all. Whoever told me to put olive oil, that pharmacist on the episode, like a few episodes ago when I was talking about it, I'm going to go back. You are full of shit, my pharmacist friend. The olive oil did fuck all for my bullet-like wax, as she she described it today. She genuinely said to me today, like, can you actually hear me? I have no idea why, if you can hear me. And if you can, how can you hear me? I have no idea how you're hearing me right now because my ears are that fucking blocked with shit. Ah, dear. On that note, let's have a bit of tea. Hang on. Fucking, it's probably all the tea drinking. That's it. That could be it, the underlying issue. But anyway, my ears are fucking blocked to fuck. She tried the syringing, and then she laid me on the old bed and said, we'll try the... I'm not really meant to do this. We're meant to charge for this. But, like, she tried the sucky out thing, which is, like... She weirdly put it on my arm, like, and said, look, this is how much it sucks. All right, yeah, fucking behave yourself, sweetheart. There's no need to go on the arm. I trust you. You're a medical professional. I don't think you're going to put a fucking, industrial hoover on the side of my head and it sucks half my face off. I trust you that it doesn't suck that much. I'm not that scared, of something. I imagine, like that in the past they've probably fucked up that procedure, but that procedure's been done loads where they've turned up the sucking too much and somebody's brains just come out. But I reckon you've got it nailed down now. So just, you don't have to put it on my arm. Jesus. So, yeah, she did that and it weren't still budging. So I am now completely deaf in my fucking right ear. I can hear hardly anything in my left ear. I could hardly hear. I had a gig last night in Whitwell. Whitwell, Derbyshire. I think it's Derbyshire anyway. It was up that way. And somebody said something while I was on stage in the audience and got a laugh for it. And I had to turn around and say, I have no idea what you just fucking said. I can't hear nothing. It's just best to be honest rather than get him to repeat himself, and I'm never going to hear that again. So that's how I'm dealing with heckles at the minute. Just going, I have no fucking idea what you just talked about. I have nothing. Nothing at all for you, mate. You carry on. I tell you what, I've got to go back Monday to get this sorted. They've given me some sodium bicarbonate eardrops now. This is the next level in eardrops. This is one stage above olive oil. We've stopped using condiments now, and we're on to actually something that sounds medical. Sodium bicarbonate. Sounds medical. Eardrops, BP, 5%. I don't know. I might need the 90%. But Jesus, yeah. Fucking hell. So I've got to heat that shit up, even though on the box she says, I just like heat it up. I don't have to put it in a pan or anything. I need to put it in a hot water, the container in hot water. Even though it says store below 25 degrees C, do not freeze, keep tightly closed, keep out of the reach of children. But fucking hell, man. Yeah, so like one is blocked, the other one's partially blocked. I can hear fuck all. Get your heckles in until Monday, until I go back and hopefully have this fucking syringed out. But Jesus, man, it's starting to piss me off now. I just literally can't hear anything out of one ear. I've got the TV turned up loud. I've got headphones on at the minute while I'm doing this, and I have all I can hear is like my own fucking voice in my own head. I'm not actually hearing it with my ears. I'm just hearing it through I'm like a fucking snake just hearing stuff in vibrations at the minute. Fucking hell. But anyway, yeah, that's my predicament. So I've got a couple of gigs coming up before Monday. About 3 gigs, I think. So they're going to be fucking fun. Being as I can barely hear what I'm saying on stage, let alone what anybody else is saying. But the gig last night in Whitwell was nice. It was fucking nice little pub gig. Not many in, probably about 50, 60, something like that. It was nice. Paid nicely. That was nice. The geezer who run it fucking looked after us a treat. They had a green room that was next door to the pub that was just a fucking house that they just allowed the acts just to go in and just like fucking use. I think a couple of the acts were staying over. But it was like a house with a nice garden, like a little cottage like place. I've never had a green room so plush as that. Usually you're at the back of the stage somewhere next to all the fucking equipment and you're shoved into a little tight room. Or the worst thing is, the worst sort of green room is where they give you a table within the actual main room and everybody's looking over at you going, they're the comedians, they are. They're the comedians. Oh, fucking hell. Just give us a bit of privacy. I hate that. Fucking hate that, being in the same room as the fucking audience. Not while I'm on stage, obviously, but sitting there when you're waiting to go on and they're just looking over at you. But yeah, the geezer sorted us out like it was a nice geezer. Like that. The geezer sorted us out a treat with that next door. And he had the biggest fucking dogs I have ever seen in my life just running around there. They were fucking massive. I think they were like Burmese fucking mountain dogs or something, and they were fucking huge. The paws on them were like they looked like fucking lions. The paws on them were about the size of my fucking face. I kid you not, people. They were huge, and they were a little bit sexualized. So I got halfway through that, I was genuinely thinking, like when the dogs came over and one of them got a bit saucy. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to fight you off. I might have to just take this one for the team. Just a hashtag Burmese mountain dog attack. Yeah, but it was they were both fucking huge, man. Absolutely huge. The biggest fucking dogs I've ever seen in my life. They're bigger than fucking St. Bernards. They're like higher than St. Bernards. I know people will dispute that now, but these were fucking monsters. Yeah, so it was a nice gig. Nice gig up there last night. I've had tonight off. It's like about 20 past 10 at night. Popped out for a drink with a mate earlier on, which was nice. In the sunshine, and then it started like raining and sunshining. So we were doing that thing about going back and forth, inside and outside. But yeah, that was quite nice. And then I've just been fucking chilling for the rest of the day, just doing a bit of writing, thinking about what I was going to talk about on this, with all the fucking shit that's going on in the news at the minute. America, what's going on out there, man? You fucking Jesus. We get America. I'm getting American listeners. Hello, American listeners. I don't mean to fucking slag your country off, man, but you need to sort out your fucking shooting gallery you got over there. Fuck me. Jesus. 2 in a weekend, innit? That's the thing that differs from America, from this country, and it has a massive amount to do with the gun culture out there. If somebody gets shot in England, because we don't have guns in England, you can go hunting, I think. You need a license to go hunting, and you can only have... They don't sell fucking Uzis and fucking assault rifles out there and, over here. And that sort of thing. That sort of shit. But they sell, like you can hunt. You can have a hunting license, I think, or a clay pigeon shooting you can do, I think. I think it's mainly target shooting. Whereas in America, it seems like you subsidize the fucking target for actual people. You skip that stage of going target shooting and just think, fucking hell. See how I do with a moving target and a fucking Uzi. But Jesus, two shootings over the weekend, man. If somebody gets shot in the UK, they fucking know they deserved it. In America, they're just picking people off all the time. Don't know, man. You need to, but it's the fucking money behind it. That's it, isn't it? There's too much lobby money behind it. People would lose too much fucking money, and they sort of like hide that. I know that you got the what is it? The Second Amendment, is it? Something like that. Is it the Second Amendment? I don't know. Let's have a look. Yeah, Second Amendment, isn't it? That's it. Sorry, I just had to Google that. That's how little I know about your... This is what I do. I'll comment on something and know fuck all about it. I know, even before you send that in. But you've got the right to bear arms out there, haven't you? Yeah. Which, Jim Jeffries has done a brilliant fucking bit about this. But, like, it's Yeah, it's, that's when you lose your temper, in it. Over here, like, we've got, like, a massive knife crime at the minute, like people getting stabbed left, right, and centre. But, people lose. That's the thing. When they wrote that Second Amendment, they're not taking into account that there's fucking weird mental fucking people out there. And it seems to be a fucking rise in the old, the far right white people, just like picking off fucking black people, Mexicans and shit like that at the minute, innit? Like, because they've got their fucking, all that Trump shit behind them and they're fueled up and thinking, this is not enough, I need to make an impact. I don't know, they're all fucking psych. That's the only thing, innit? Like, a mental person over here could probably get hold of a knife. Like, a mental person in America can get hold of a fucking gun. And you're going to do a lot more fucking damage with a gun than you are a knife. Most people, you got a better chance of outrunning a knife, haven't you? Because that is carried by somebody, and all you have to do is outrun them and outrun the length of their arm. That's all you got to do. You're going to struggle outrunning a gun and a bullet, aren't you? Even Usain Bolt is going to struggle against that. It's going to take a couple of shots. But, yeah, fucking hell, man. It's, it's amazing how frequent that happens out there. I don't know about other countries. We only really hear about the American shootings and any other shootings in white countries. That's it. That's how the fucking news goes, though, innit? They prioritize. There could be countries, other countries with non-white people being slaughtered and slain all the time, and we only hear about the American shootings. But yeah, fucking hell, man. It's so, but the things will never change out there. There's too much money behind it, like the gun companies and that sort of thing. They're just they've got too much money invested, haven't they? If they banned all guns, firstly, and they link it to people's rights, that's the worst thing about it, because that obviously Second Amendment was obviously set up, which I have done a little research about, just in case just in case the government goes fucking mental, or, somebody attacks your family or something like that. You've got the right to self-protection and that. But there's a difference between self-protection and then just picking off fucking, mental people will interpret self-protection as having to kill people who don't look like them. That's it, isn't it? This is what I'm doing. I'm protecting my race. And they get all fucking, insular. Whereas they're not seeing people as a human race. They're just seeing I'm a white guy. I need to protect what white people stand for, or their perceived weird fucking notion of what white people stand for. But yeah, it's a fucking sad times out there at the minute, guys. I fucking empathise with you out there. When I went over to Chicago, and I went over, when was it? 2 years ago, I went to Chicago. Fucking lovely, by the way. Loved it out there. It's got a nice little chilled out vibes, Chicago. It's a little bit hipstery, little less little less busy, little less, hustle, bustle, fucking. It's a bit more chilled out than New York, which is the other place I've been out there. I've been to Florida and shit like that when I was younger, but yeah. So it's it's a little bit more chilled out. But one of the things that was a bit of a culture shock when I went there, and that I noticed, they had no guns admitted into a sign on the outdoor of the hotel. And I was like, fucking hell, that's, it's not something you encounter in jolly old England. We have the sort of signs on the outside of our pubs and clubs and things like that saying no trainers, no casual, no blue jeans, not no fucking assault rifles. Jesus. So, yeah, but I did love Chicago. It was nice. I really like the vibe of the place, and I'd love to go back, to be perfectly honest. It was kind of cool just going there, doing a couple of gigs out there, and which that went horrendously badly, but not horrendously badly. It went all right, but the whole situation was a bit of a fuck up. But anyway, but yeah, it's just like a total different culture shock. And I think like the Americans know how to do good. There's good things they know how to do. They know how to put on a fucking show. They know how to get excited about sports and put on a fucking show like that. It's amazing. They know hospitality and how to like generate interest and motivation and confidence and all that sort of shit. The Americans do that very fucking well. But they're not cynical like the Brits. They just don't seem to be as cynical as us. They're like, oh, hey, man, this is going to be the greatest. You can do whatever you want. You're the greatest. Over in England, it's like, oh, fucking hell, what's going to happen for fucking day? That's going to fuck up my life. But, but there's other things like the old gun thing, you know. When you're just picking off innocent people and stuff like that, and you just get a crazed gunman. I think 30 people died, didn't they, or something like that in both of the attacks. Fucking ridiculous, man. You got to sort that out, people. But I don't know. I'm a Brit, and I don't know how to sort that situation out. It's none of my fucking business, really. But it's just mental. What else we got? Oh yeah, talking of fucking American things. Particularly coming over to the UK, McDonald's, the biggest fucking plastic fucking food fucking manufacturer in the world. They've stopped selling. Like, I don't know if they've done this around other parts of the world. Like, oddly enough, I've got, there's been listeners in Vietnam this week. We've got the Vietnamese on board. Hello, people. I don't know if, I know very little about Vietnam other than what comes from American Vietnam films. And most of that, it looks fucking beautiful out there, by the way. But over here, we've got, McDonald's is all over the world. I imagine you've got them all over the world with all over the listeners. This is something that's going to bring us all together, people. But I don't know whether like, over here, they've banned all the plastic straws. Now, I don't know whether that's happened in America or other countries like Vietnam, Norway, or whoever's listening, Australia or whatever. But that's opened over here. They've banned the plastic straws, like, everywhere. So everywhere's stopped making them. So we're back to the 1980s now. I remember these soggy fucking paper straws. Now, they were using them for a bit, and everyone was going, oh, fucking hell, man. I can't suck my fucking Coke properly through these soggy straws. And people were, like, willing to sacrifice sea life for it. So what they've done, they've gone from paper straws that were recyclable, and now they've got other paper straws that are a little bit more hard wearing. However, as it was revealed the other day, the new straws that they're using, the ones that are a bit hardier, are not recyclable. So they fucking got rid of plastic straws that can't be recycled, to have now paper straws that also cannot be recycled. That is a fucking hell of a marketing job they've done there. Hey, we've got paper straws now. Can they be recycled? No. It's still going to kill people, kill sea life and sea animals. There's fucking octopuses out there choking on them right now. But it sounds good that we've got paper straws. Just fucking just either cut the straws out completely. Which obviously, yes, it's going to, like, ruin the experience of drinking, you know, all of those calories at once, slightly, and if you put your fucking lips to it and drink it that way, or just fucking, surely we can make fucking recyclable straws. Surely we can. There's nobody fucking been working on this, like a straw that, I tell you what, if you ever come up with the idea of a recyclable straw, and you're able to do that at a fucking cheap price, you're fucking loaded now. You are going to be minted out there. Recyclable straws. Can't you make it out of that fucking shit that they're doing the packaging with, like that mushroom shit. Isn't it that mushroom shit they're doing now? Like where they're making something out of mushrooms or something like that. Maybe I've dreamed this. I don't know. I don't know. Mushrooms, Ben, really? They're doing packaging out of mushrooms? Yeah, they are, aren't they? I'm sure I read that somewhere. Some sort of mushroom pack. Surely there's something they can make that you can form into a tube and suck out of it. This sounds like it's getting dirty. And it can be fucking recycled. Surely they can do that in this day and age. Really? They can't do that? They've got fingerprint fucking and face recognition on the phone, but they can't make a fucking recyclable straw. Don't give me that shit. Come on. Come on, entrepreneurs out there. You can do this. Anyway, so, so that was fucking pointless. That is a PR exercise right there. Just for the sake of it. Just for the sake of, like, coming across as, hey, man, we're changing with the times, and they're not at all. They're still fucking choking tortoises or turtles. They might as well have just, like, fucking just gone out there and fucking took an AK-47 to a fucking spawning ground for fucking sea turtles. Fucking hell. What are we on? 31 minutes, people, and I have fucking rambled on a little bit this week. On this episode. I am back. That is episode 27, rounded up half an hour. Fucking hell, I had a lot more to talk about. I might make some of these a little bit longer in the future. Who knows? Tell me. You're all out there going, no, Ben. Don't do that. If anything, make them shorter. You fucking assholes. Anyway, I'll be back on Saturday. If you want to subscribe to this, you can do it on the Apple Podcast website or the Podbean site. Check out my YouTube channel if you want to see some fucking little videos I've been putting up there, like mainly of fucking around with people, off-script stuff, like from stand-up shows. I've really recently started doing that, and there's a bit more stand-up on there as well. There's only a couple of videos of stand-up, but like... as soon as I get all this new stuff out, I'm going to start recording that as well. That is the Ben Briggs on YouTube. If you just Google Ben Briggs Comedy or Ben Briggs Comedian YouTube, it'll come up. This is available on YouTube as well, this podcast. And if you want to like the Facebook page for this podcast, it is just at the Ben Briggs Podcast. I will be back Saturday, people. I hope you have a good rest of your week. Stay out of the way of them bullets, my American cousins, and everybody else. The world's a fucked up place, and everybody else. I'll be back on Saturday. Take care, guys. Speak to you then.